How you doing, everyone? I just got a Wilson Hyper Hammer 5.3 SI. It's a very powerful racket. Look at how thick the beam width is. It's a good, I'll venture to guess 2.5 centimeters thick. And it says the ultimate power and lightness and strength right here. As well as in the throat. Ultimate power, lightness, and strength. It's really light. It's only 237 grams. No wonder he swings it so fast. I just played with him this morning. Length is long too, 27.5 inches long. Head size, 110 square inch head size. Balance is 37.5. Wow, this is, am I looking at this right? 8.1 head heavy. I've never seen such a spec before. I've always played with headlight rackets. 8.1 head heavy. Look at that. Even if I put my hand in the middle of the frame, well, yeah, this is about the midpoint right here. Look how much it tips over to the head. So, all right, let's get this thing strung up. It's maximized, and it's still won't reach. So, going to have to loosen up these things and adjust them back. So, okay, let's start over. Basically, I had to adjust just this post. Pretty much push this thing all the way against the tower. See, this is all the way against, whereas this still has more than a centimeter of space in between. So I just moved it over to the right because this length on this oversized racket from head to the throat is so long that I had to do that fix. So now it should be able to reach. Yep. It reaches. So how I was able to move that post is by loosening up. There's a set screw down here. I don't know if you can see. There's a hole right here. Loosen up the set screw so that this thing can move in and out. We're good. He's going with Cylindrical Hyper G 17 gauge. That's what was recommended by me. He had the factory Syngot on it. That was a pretty thick gauge, 16 gauge Syngot. He played with it for a good, I don't know, 2-3 months already before it finally snapped today. And he said he's looking for spins, and he has no tennis elbow issues, so I recommended the poly for him. Why not? He's a grown adult. And he snapped the string in the middle of the first set, so I let him borrow a couple of my rackets to try out, and both of those rackets happen to have Hyper G's on them, so he should be okay using them. Okay, for the 7th string, we've skipped grommet hole number 7. Instead, we use grommet hole number 8. So it has a 7 skip, both top and bottom. For the 8th string, put on the extra 10% tile knot tension. For the 8th string, we are skipping grommet hole number 9 and use grommet hole number 10, both up at the head and toward the throat. So this racket uses skips at 7th and 9th grommet holes. Don't know if this will reach. It's not gonna reach, so. Again. That's what happens when I have oversized rackets. The strings are just cut barely enough. And I gave it an extra foot already when I cut it. It's still barely making it. Next time I have to cut it longer. This grommet hole is huge, so now you have to use a big Parnell knot.
Adult. They're swinging pants off every single shot, and that's how they get so much power.
24/7 moisturization.
Try to start on the crosses.
Single shot, and that's how they get so much power.
Stringing the first cross through the 11th grommet hole.
But unlike Beckett, who's a numpty, I'm not making any drastic changes. He's looking at a different racket with suspension setup and some crazy strings. No, I know that the racket I trust is going to be the one that gives me the best power. But I still had to make a few small changes.
So I literally can't keep this in the court, and I'm gonna just keep back over there.
Remember, you got swing vision on, tracking your outfall. Oh, that was nice.
Oh no! So I thought to myself, what is the most powerful and most forgiving string setup we can use? It's of course natural gut, but we're poor, so we found the cheapest, least reliable version of that string possible.
We go with a 1.1 post squash gut, maybe 18 gauge blacked out gut. Yeah, I don't actually want it to break that quickly, so I think a 17. Or do we do Rick? I've decided we're going with this 16 gauge, which is meant to be strung between 35 and 70. But here it says maybe up to 52. He's pretty insistent that I don't string this stuff too tight, because obviously this is like the world's worst natural gut that you can bind.
I got 3 in there.
There were a few problems with my setup.
3 in. Was that a lot of spin? Holy moly. Oh, that's a lot of spin.
That's why I'm going with the Bolt 100L, so the lighter weight 285 gram version. And the crazy thing about that 285 gram version is out of the box, it's got a 330 swing weight. So you're going to get huge rack head speeds, but just devastating plow through behind the ball. Plus, this is
Wonder how much swing weight this light racket has.
And then I was like,
Probably won't be
how
low.
can we take this to the max?
It's the balance of a hammer. That's why it's called the hyper hammer.
3 string 0. I assume I'll simply overwhelm Alan with just the most outrageous power and spin that you've ever seen. 35 pounds on a machine seems fun.
Like, does it feel like you're actually hitting it harder?
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah! I'm not planning to do that either.
Alright, you're off.
Figure out how to lose
You're
and
not-
look like
You're not playing. You're not playing.
Good.
Go runner.
Whoa. Look at that. That's how it's done, folks. That's how it's done.
The feel of this string was amazing. It grabbed the ball and released it with so much energy, it felt like I barely had to swing to get any pop at all.
Want to get the Luca Bird short situation?
Yeah.
This is what he does for his videos. Luca Bird in the house. Get the ass out. Fast beat, fast beat. Alright, here's the Luca. I just shows backhand. I didn't run it. Whoa. Oh yeah.
You're a winner.
That was it.
Yep. Swing Vision has that. This video is sponsored by Direct Tennis. We absolutely love Direct Tennis because it makes stringing your racket so much easier. We all hate, risk going to a big box store. Maybe they have someone who knows how to string rackets. And we've all had bad experiences with lazy, careless stringers. But with Direct Tennis, you can see the rating of your stringer. You can see the ones nearest to you, and you're mostly going to be dealing with sole proprietors and people who really take care in there. They've also got new features coming all the time, and they've been one of our longest channel sponsors. So if you want to support TenCom, check out Direct Tennis using the links in the description below.
Want this? Nope. Nice shot. Terrible beat. Step back a little bit. You're like playing a WTA player on the baseline. Oh yeah. I think you're playing well.
Thank you. Everything I heard about that up until this point was coming true. I thought it was an amazing string, and I had absolutely no complaints. Except for the fact that I literally could not hit a single ball inside the court.
What do you want to see from me, coach? I want to see more butt coordination and a little bit faster footwork. Yeah, that's perfect right there. More power, more power. More power.
hipster things at 12, 3, and 9 o'clock. They really slow down your swing. And I didn't feel like I was getting the kind of racket acceleration that I was going to need to absolutely pound the ball on every single shot.
Would you like your old racket? No. I'm getting it. Don't you feel like you have the power of God himself?
Yeah.
That's quite literally the fear user.
This is a real fence seeker. I mean, this string was seriously more of a fence seeker than a heat seeker, and it just was simply unplayable. A lot of specifically that feels so wrong.
It's pretty, but it's too high. These conditions are unsuitable.
Well, I think part of the problem was I was just switching my forehand technique. Beckett is making me switch everything about my swing, and this was about a week into doing that change. And just honestly, it's a combination of pure raw bad technique mixed with changing things, mixed with a low tension setup that just sent the ball to the moon. Honestly, I couldn't get any spin out of the natural gut, something that Beckett and Ali both could manage to do. So that's something to do with my swing. Swing for
Whoa, too much power.
too hard.
Too much power. I put the P in 2 words. Power.
I didn't actually feel like I had insane launchiness issues. The racket was super stable because of that amazing suspension system, insane power. The spin is out of this world when you combine those two things. Like, I think if you want to hit an overpowering setup, Volt 100 with reswing 0 is nothing crazy.
It's so clubby, like I cannot accelerate it even though it's like 2 grams. Try my right. Okay, but I need the jam.
But I just couldn't get my body to swing right with the racket. Things weren't lining up. I didn't feel connected to my shot.
Do you know if it's upper or lower intestine? Do cows have a differentiation in intestine? That was huge.
It was fun. I am sad about it. I'm devastated. I'm angry. I almost broke my frickin' racket because I just couldn't get the ball inside the court.
I think I can honestly hit harder with my own racket. I think so too. I can hit harder with mine. Okay, let's switch back. Oh, that's massive. Oh! Oh, that's massive. Ooh. Okay, you're up. I didn't do you. Yeah, and then you dumped it. Just the way.
So I went back to my old racket, and that worked a lot.
He doesn't trust me.
We can figure out what to do.
But the way to beat Ali is clearly with 2 of the most powerful rackets you can get.
So the lesson of today's video is, if you want to improve your tennis and beat someone who's been beating you,
I think if we had put gut in the Volt 100, it probably would have worked.
Probably. I think that's the only logical conclusion we can make. That analogy a lot.
Oh, it was almost entirely.
you should buy a new racket with our affiliate links in the description.
So maybe I'm using the wrong racket according to Beckett. I'm supposed to use a heavier racket to beat these more powerful players. If I got that right. The direction that I went was just the opposite. Guess I'll find out. My tournament's coming up. Got a ECR tournament that I gotta sign up for.
around and see guys like this.
This
with
Saturday I'm
dry,
playing a
knowledge and
USTA
care,
tournament
it brings comfort.
match.
Sometimes guys are going
League
years
match.
using shampoos that were never designed for men, and the results can be pretty devastating. Yeah, we got to this guy just in time.
Old Spice is scientifically crafted to help make men's hair look thicker, healthier, and more moisturized, with the perfect mix of cleansing and conditioning ingredients specifically for men's hair.
Most of these guys will return back to the wild and make a full hair recovery. I just wish we could save more of them.
I'm watching Carew playing with Langmo. I thought I already saw this video on YouTube. You gotta be smarter than that. I already saw this video days ago. Gotta like that. I'm talking to myself in front of the camera. That's pretty nuts. Oh well.
And with that winner, I qualified to the main draw at the biggest tournament I've ever played so far. So today's video, let's recap my week playing GMP Seguro's Acapulco 125K Challenger. Welcome back to Turning Pro at 30. What's up everyone, Carew here, welcome back to the channel. Weird background here because I'm actually in the
This is a new video.
I'm going to play two
Just from
challengers
5
here
hours
in
ago.
Red clay, so stay tuned for the content on that.
I guess
But today
YouTube
let's
is
talk
smart.
about Acapulco, where I played my first main draw challenger match since restarting my career. The event was played at the same site as the Acapulco 500, so it was really dope. But let me tell you, it was not an easy place to play tennis. I think Acapulco might have the slowest hard court I've ever played in my life. I'm not kidding. This event followed last week's tournament in Cuernavaca. So we went from about 1,700 meters to all the way down to sea level. You pair that with this crazy slow gritty courts, and you just felt like we're playing a completely different sport from one week to another. Where in Cuernavaca, the points were short. It was all about serving, first ball, and just quick points. Instead, Acapulco was about who's willing to
3 more
suffer
crosses
for
to do.
longest. Grind, run, make balls, and just wait for the right opportunity to try to create some sort of pain on the other side. Shots with more spin and shape actually cause more damage and were harder to deal with than anything too flat and too through the court. Winners were hard to come by, serves didn't really do much, so basically playing a lot of baseline games. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting to play very well there. But it turned out that I adjusted
Hey, even
very
I have that
to
problem.
the conditions and actually played some good tennis. So let's go over the match from this week. In the first round of qualifying, I played another former Bruin in the changeover with my past star. Coming into the match was definitely a little bit tense. I had just lost first round of the week before, so I hadn't had much match play, I guess, in the last 2-3 weeks. And I also wasn't sure how I would adapt to the conditions. Again, can train well, but you never know in matches. But overall, it was a pretty straightforward match. First set, we traded a lot of breaks back and forth as the serve didn't do anything. So it took us a while to figure out how to be effective when serving. But as the match went along, I felt like I figured that out and was able to dictate without forcing the issue. I sort of removed the idea of like hitting winners, and my entire goal was just like, you're gonna run more than me. That's what's gonna happen. If I lose or not, I don't care, but you're gonna be the one running more than me.
He's going over a video that he already showed a few days ago. I drew, that's what it is.
It was just difficult to put balls away, so you got to burn some of the other guy's legs. I closed out the first set. In the second set, I had a lot of early opportunities to break, and I didn't, which can cause a little bit of tension, right? You think you can run away with the match, but you're not able to. I haven't played great in some of the quick points or when he was down in his service. Try not to let it bother me, just keep
I'm coming up short.
It was going to come at some point, and then at 4-3 I was able to get the break and start it out at 5-3 to finish the match 6-3. It's a quick here to thank today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. Dealing with the ups and downs of tennis or life.
Definitely gonna have
without professional
use
help.
a bridge
Whether
jumper.
you're dealing with a clinical health issue or just navigating the challenges of everyday life, therapy can provide the tools to transform the way you approach things. That's why I'm excited to introduce you to our sponsor, BetterHelp. Their mission to make therapy more affordable and accessible. Finding a therapist can be a real challenge, especially if you're restricted to local options. But that's where BetterHelp steps in. BetterHelp is an online platform that makes finding a therapist a breeze. Just answer a few questions and they can match you with a professional therapist in as little as a few days. Signing up is a piece of cake. There's a link in the description, betterhelp.com/mytennis, no HQ. Clicking that link not only supports the channel, but gives you a 10% discount in your first month. And because finding a therapist is a little bit like dating, if it doesn't feel right, no worries. You can switch therapists at no extra cost. No insurance stress, no network issues. As a pro athlete, having the flexibility to talk to someone even when I'm on the road is very important to me. So I appreciate BetterHelp for supporting the channel. Click the link in the description.
Last
Visit
one.
betterhelp.com/mytennis. Again, no HQ, just mytennis. Take the first step towards a better you. The next day I played Christian Lane for a spot in the main draw. Coming into this match, I felt a little looser, a little less tense already. I think once you get that first round in the way, it makes it a lot easier to play free. So let's go over some of the key moments of this match. Earlier in the match, Christian was holding serve a lot easier than me. I had to save some break points. I was able to fight those break points off and stay on serve. But at 2-all, I was able to string along 4 break points and I got the break.
Look pretty good. So as you can see, I'm short. I have to devise a jumper.
On my serve, I was able to.
As you can see, just loop the 2 ends through these rings on the side of the starting clamp, like so. Okay, and the tag end, we'll use the tag end for the puller, point to the puller side. And then you stick the string right here below the red string for a tighter pull. Because if you were to go through above it, it's gonna slip. Trust me, I tried it before. Like that. Make sure it sits in front of the diabolo, so it's not gonna get run into it or anything. Put the tie off tension setting on, extra 10%. Okay, so it's pulling 58 pounds instead of 54, 59 pounds actually.
Christian served really well on those points. I think I only made 1 return out of those 3 or 4 match points. And ended up losing that game 5-4.
That's it. Throw away your strings and you get your starting clamp back. Now, since my cross strings were cut way too short, I'm not able to reach the proper tie off hole of 13B. So instead I'm going to use 11B instead.
都去考社会福利，所以华人觉得说啊，我们这么辛苦，那移民那么辛苦，从小好好念书，拼命做事，赚了钱给你抽那么高税都去，所以传统上华人比较支持共和党，但是川普因为有争议，所以又不一定啊。但是我觉得王毅没跟你讲实话，王毅跟你讲说对的，老朋友啊，所以联合国表决都赢，美国都输，为什么？你现在只看到法国啊、日本啊、什么德国的，但没有看到亚非啦那么多那个小国，一堆都是他朋友。这点他说实话，我到非洲去看，被我吓死，怎么会这样呢？他们告诉我说，那个医院是老共捐的，那个市政府也是老共盖，这条路叫上海路，那条路都是 我是老共在这边整个包下来了，整个开了以后全部运回中国大陆去，怎么会这么厉害？他早就在那边下功夫了。来，司马长，
没有错啊。你刚提到的说这个到底他要介入大陆要介入美国的选举，怎么看都不太可能哦。我前几天刚有个机会，就有个饭局，我参加，其中有一个就是算是侨界的领袖吧，他就公开讲，大概10几个人，他公开说，美国总统这一局啊，总统大选这一局啊，我支持，我看党不看人。我说那你是什么党？永远是共和党，永远共和党。他讲很清楚，就共和党。那你是来自于什么州？他说是这个是要佛罗里达啊，佛罗里达跟这个
州长是共和党啊，他州长是共和党。
可是刚老沈提到的说这个台湾人啊，或者是华人怎么样等等的，你不要忘了，华人最多地方就是纽约跟加州嘛，那纽约、加州跟加州这2州都是道地的民主党的票仓。我觉得中国大陆不会去介入美国的大选，或者介入机会很小。一个很重要的原因是，他那川普跟这个拜登2个都是反中的嘛，2个都在比赛谁反中反得凶，这是一个世界的潮流，美国的趋势。
来，郑仁兄，
这个习近平去法国是回访嘛，因为马克龙先去了嘛，所以他这个是礼貌上要回访，可是他当然是带着新目的去的。事实上已经有一个东西已经浮上水面了，就中国的南部战区要跟法国的南太平洋的3个岛签约，就表明了就是中法联手要对抗美国、澳大利亚，那法国愿意，因为 AUKUS 美国都不理他嘛，所以他有点
买不买了，气死了，
他有点生气啊，他就拿包括澳大利亚的钱进来。
欧盟原来欧洲如果要当时说搞共同市场，搞我们就是要对抗美国嘛，
对，
就是希望团结嘛。
所以另外还有一些订单可能也在谈，我认为他会对法国示好嘛，比如说农产品可能会让它更多也可以出口到大陆，那还有那个空巴的订单也在谈，然后他去匈牙利要投资一个汽车城，那意思就是说中国的电动车可以在欧洲投资啊，那宁德时代已经投资了电动车的电池嘛，那这个是很大的一个厂，就在匈牙利，所以以后就是他的意思就是要表明说，我们也可以共利啊，我汽车崛起，我也不一定会伤害到你，会跟到你这边投资这样。
好，这个到底会怎么样？不过有一点哦，欧盟原来是2035以后不用汽柴油车，英国再提早5年，2030年以后不用汽柴油车。可那时候没想到劳工的电动车这么便宜这么快。我在想，如果欧洲赶不上，会不会再延期这个时间？我觉得这个不可能，都有可能。来，我要说什么？
我补一句哈，因为这次马克宏他有明确的讲，他希望习近平帮他一起做到一件事情哦。我2004年的时候有去雅典1个月的时间，去那边采访嘛。
1个月。
1个月。奥运。对，奥运时间，我就在那边住了1个月哦。所以因为雅典它是古希腊城邦，那时候大家呢身上为什么开始穿衣服穿很少？代表没有带家伙，没有带暗器。然后呢，大家公平的竞争，靠体力取代战争。所以呢 ，Olympic Truce 就是奥运停火，就是奥运精神。虽然不一定大家都争取，这次马克宏明确提出，希望习近平帮他达成。因为7月26号今年就在巴黎奥运，那到时候要打仗可能观众什么，所以马克宏就是希望习近平跟他们俩可能就有办法达成。跟这个泽连斯基讲一下，跟普丁讲，两边他们都有管道嘛。尤其是这个马克宏，两边在那时候乌克兰战争，有2个领袖他都见过，能不能达成这个奥运停火？如果可以的话，对马克宏跟习近平的国际地位都是提升。
本来是好事啦，但是我现在有点怀疑，因为美国最近才通过600多援助乌克兰嘛，对不对？那乌克兰是在等一堆武器啊。
奥运是7月26日，
我懂啊。那到时候你停1个月，然后呢，乌克兰武器源源不断进来，然后再不停的时候一打，哇，就俄罗斯发现怎么你武器都那么多，俄罗斯一定要趁现在你那武器还没有到的时候，攻城略地，能够推进多少就推进多少。所以这个我基本上我赞成奥运车，其实最好是平常也不要打了，只是在这个时候，你认为俄罗斯会想说？而且长城飞弹区，对，很奇怪，你干嘛给这个乌克兰长城飞弹？要打莫斯科，打哪里啊？所以在这个时候，我觉得俄罗斯让他停战哦，我觉得比较难。休息一下再回来。